Okay, hello everyone. This is my first vlog reflection for AHE 510 internship class at Oregon State University through our College Student Services Administration program. I have a couple of reflection questions here that I'm going to do my best to answer in under 7 minutes. So the first question is, what is the internship and why did I choose it? For the winter term here, I am a TA within the CSSA class AHE 513, which is Assessment and Research in Higher Education. And so Daniel Newhart is the instructor for the class, and I am the TA for that class. So that's my internship. I chose it because first of all, my area of specialization within the CSSA program is emerging assessment techniques is one aspect of what I'm studying, and so this is the first time that this class is being taught, and even though we're going over some foundational, much of it is foundational assessment information, I'm also interested in learning from Daniel in regards to what he believes is kind of some of the cutting edge assessment techniques in higher education. So there are competencies within the CSSA program that I'm going to be meeting as I'm taking this internship. I'm going to be meeting the first, second, third, and fifth competencies. The first competency, I'm really interested in kind of understanding the range and scope of the Research Evaluation and Planning Office. So how is it that Daniel and his office really functions? And one aspect of that and one strength of the CSSA program at OSU is that the faculty aren't just faculty, they're actual practitioners as well. So part of his responsibility is teaching this class. And so that intrigues me, and I have to learn a little bit more about our EP office as well throughout the course of the term. The second competency, I'm interested in identifying and evaluating kind of my own leadership style. Within a classroom setting, I really haven't co-taught or TA for one class last spring term, but I was one of like 6 TAs, and so I think this would really, one of 4 TAs, and there were 2 instructors, and so I think this gives me a little bit more of a chance to do some more kind of one-on-one work with students. For the third competency, I'm interested in applying kind of different technologies in regards to communicating and engaging with students, and so with that, we have some Google Docs that we are using within this class, and I've kind of taken on the responsibility, which taking the initiative is another competency, taking the responsibility of kind of creating those documents, and I'm also interested in continuing to manage them throughout the term as people continue to add to them. I'll be making kind of some slight changes, making sure that those are kind of aesthetically pleasing as well. The functionality of our collaborative document is one of the major things that Daniel's going to be looking at in regards to kind of the overall grade that the class receives. So I want to make sure that the functionality, kind of the aesthetics of that document are set up, and then kind of making it so it's as easy as possible for the students so they can access it, so they can add their pieces to that document. I'm interested in the fifth competency of identifying one's professional values and ethics. I think politics, ethics is a major aspect of assessment that we've talked about in the first couple of weeks, and those continue to evolve for me on a regular basis. I'm interested in taking a look at that more. I don't think that I'll run into too many ethical issues in regards to TAing the class. All of the grading is really on Daniel, so that won't be so much an issue for me. But I think just my personal ethics in regards to assessment and higher education, I'm really going to take a lot of time this term taking a look at that. So how am I going to ensure that I'm going to be building these competencies, and how will I assess if I did or not? So I think, like I previously mentioned, the organization, the functionality of those Google Docs, also being punctual, in creating those documents and getting them to the class in a timely manner so that they can actually utilize them prior to, and check if they can access them prior to class each Wednesday. Um, I need to stay at least 1 week ahead of the reading on a regular basis in order to not just engage students, not just speak to students in class, but really truly engage with them in conversation so that guiding them in kind of their thought process on a weekly basis. Um, at the beginning of class, the very first assignment that the students had were to take a look at the ASK standards in regards to assessment, evaluation, and research. There's a rubric there, so kind of beginning, intermediate, advanced. Where do you sit in regards to all these different aspects of assessment and evaluation and research in higher education? And I still very much lie in the beginner and some intermediate aspects of assessment. And so by the end of the term, I'd really like to feel strong about being able to answer truthfully that I've kind of gone into the intermediate range within most all of those aspects of the ASK standards. So that'll be a little bit of a self-evaluation. I think that some will be easier to move ahead than others because you have to practice some of those aspects of the Ask Standard rubric. But yeah, so I'm anxious to at the end of the term reflect and look and be truthful about where I stand, as well as the rest of the class will be doing that as well. So, all right, just about 7 minutes. Hope you all enjoyed this vlog. I'm anxious to view and give you feedback on yours, and hope you all have a good term. All right, I'll talk to you soon.